So stop smoking, quit smoking right now. And the reason why, guys, I'm just going to be completely honest with you. First of all, you're addicted, okay? And there's nothing that you can tell me. It's nothing that you can tell me or convince me otherwise about that. Addiction is the first reason, right? The second reason is you're wasting money. You're wasting money. You're burning it down the drain. You're burning it into ashes. You're burning it into the sky, guys. Second of all, it's not. Third of all, it's not clean. You smell, you stink, and not only that, you're destroying yourself. You're literally slowly killing yourself. Now, if you don't care about any of that, go ahead, keep scrolling. Don't even pay attention to that. Don't pay attention to this. But it's not helping you at all. And the only reason why I can talk to you about this subject is because I used to smoke, guys. I used to smoke. I've smoked weed. I smoked cigarettes. I smoked blacks. I smoked cigars, guys. Like all of that stuff I did. And it's never benefited me at all in a positive way. It's never benefited me in a positive way. QJA, welcome to the chat. Okay. I'm gonna give you a nickname. Okay. I'm gonna call you Rebecca Ann. All right. That's what I'm gonna call you. Is that cool? It just flows better than QJA. Like QJA is like a tongue twister to me. You know. You said no. That's not cool. No. No. Okay. Um. Can I call you Muffin Face? Is that cool? You laughing at it? All right. Cool. All right. Yes, that's cool. All right, cool. I'll call you Muffin Face. I wish I could change your name on here. Is it a way? Nah. Uh-uh. I can't change it. But all right, cool. We'll do that. But anyway, I smoked for years and I smoked different things and me smoking, I literally attracted a certain crowd around me, right? There was only certain people that I was talking to. There were certain people that didn't want to talk to me. Yes, I still look okay. I still look decent at first when I first started. But the more I started smoking, my look started to tarnish. My skin started to get darker. And I'm just going to be honest with you. Addiction started settling in, and my patience started to wear thin, and just other things as well, right? The side effects, my personality, just doing different things that I know I shouldn't have been doing just because I didn't have a clear mind. I didn't have a sharp mind. Everything that I did, everything, all of my activities were centered around smoke. Even me raising my son and stuff like that, I always was going to my parents' house early. Not early, but every Sunday. But I would leave their house early just so I could go to the back to the house and smoke, you know, and that wasn't beneficial. I wasn't spending time, and I just let that continue on for so long. Now, last year, that's when I stopped. I had enough of it. I wanted my looks back. I got tired of looking a certain way, and as you see now, it's clean, clear. I look way better. Y'all can do that too. The body is a fascinating organism, and you'll be surprised what your body can do, the inside and the outside of your body can do if you just take time and clean it. Fabian, hi, I'm in the hospital. Why are you in the hospital, my boy? And we're talking about stop smoking, quit smoking right now. Can I get a shout out? And I was sub. You can get a shout out regardless, bro. You don't have to. You don't have to sub. You know, you never have to sub. I'm a big believer in if you want to sub, you can sub. You don't have to convince me to do anything to sub. You don't have to bribe me to sub, okay? But shout out to Blackfeet, the tribe guy. He wanted to shout out. You know, I'm not begging. I'm never begging nobody for subs, okay? I'm literally doing this every day till I cultivate the following that I know that this channel deserves, okay? I hope you blow up in views. Hey, appreciate it, Fabian. But why you in the hospital? Unless you trolling, okay? I do want to know that. Have a good day. Okay, Faith, on speedy recoveries. But we're talking about smoking and why you should stop smoking, why you should quit smoking right now. Okay, you'll be surprised about. Okay, cool. Thank you for not trying to get subscribers and trying to spread what you believe and trying to spread what. Oh yeah, cool. Of course, man. I'm not trying to do that. So, um, getting back on subject, you'll be surprised what the body can do. Okay, you'll be surprised how fast the body can heal, depending on what you're putting into your body, um, what you're giving your body, what you're allowing your body to do. Your body definitely can repair itself, just like a caterpillar, just like a a frog or any type of animal or amphibian, lizards, they can get their tails cut off and they can grow back. You'll be surprised what your body can do. All right. Fruit Re. Okay, cool. You know what we're gonna do. You know we don't play around. I don't play around on this channel at all. All right. No disrespect will be tolerated. Now, once I get so many followers, um, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I can't delete and block everybody, but the ones that I see outright, I'm definitely gonna block you. But your body can definitely do the same thing, like metamorphosis, just like animals can do. All right. And guys, you're so powerful. We are so powerful as humans, but it's very important to know that whatever you put in your body, whatever you ingest, right? Whatever you consume, it has to come out some type of way, whether through your pores, whether it's through defecation, whether it's through urine, whether it's through breaking your body down and you getting sick and you getting rid of all of that. Smoke is not doing anything beneficial towards you at all. It's no nutrients in it. So you smoking all the time, you're literally tarnishing your body. Now, what about the people, JD, appreciate it. What about the people who are working out every day and smoking, right? God, it's still the same thing. It's still the same thing, right? Your smoking is going into your lungs, right? And it doesn't matter if you're running it off. It doesn't matter if you're lifting weights. You're still destroying your lungs. You're still destroying your lungs at the end of the day. Okay? Yeah, you might feel like you healthy because you're doing all these reps and stuff, but you're still adding tar. You're still adding tar. So the best way to get rid of that tar, first of all, is to stop. And then you want to do a detox. Okay? You want to do a detox. And there's plenty of videos out here. There's plenty of influencers who are doing the holistic way and repairing their bodies. Okay? This is real. But it takes dedication, it takes patience, right? And it's definitely frustrating. I have to be 100% honest with y'all. Me stopping and me quitting smoking weed was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. One of the hardest activities I ever done. It was so easy for me to stop, but for me to stop, I mean, it was so easy for me to start, but for me to stop, so hard. It was frustrating, right? I wanted to stop so much, but every time I saw an Arab store, every time I saw cigars, I feel like, okay, man, I gotta go to the store. I gotta get me one. I gotta I gotta smoke me one before I go to bed. I gotta smoke me one before I eat. Everything that I did evolved around smoking, and I tried my best to mask it with Clear Eyes and mouthwash and mints and stuff like that. But it didn't matter. I was still destroying myself. My lips were turning black. My teeth were turning yellow. My skin was just getting dark and dark, and it was just messing with everything. My hair, my breath, everything about me just smelled like smoke, right? And a lot of people might not like this conversation. Why? Because, you know, you probably smoke. And if you do smoke, I'm just gonna be honest with you. This is video. You might not want to look at it, but this video is probably for you. All right? It's probably for you. Everything that I did evolved around smoking. Like the women, they all smoked, except the woman that I was with. She didn't smoke at that time. Now she said she used to, but she had stopped doing that when she was a little bit younger because the kids didn't like it. So she stopped doing that. Me, I'm one of those people like once I stop doing something, I'm really strong about just keeping that. Every day is going to be a battle though. You're never going to want to like stop because to you're so used to the feeling, you feel me? Oh, okay, Mike. Appreciate that, boy. Oh yeah, we're gonna block you, bro. We ain't playing about that. It's gonna be hard because you're used to the feeling. You know, you're used to that satisfaction. You're used to that sensation. But when you know something is detrimental towards you, right? You gotta stop. That's like me taking the phone and just popping myself in the head, right? Nothing that's gonna come good out of the situation except me getting a bash or a gash on my head or a bump on my head and a headache. Ain't nothing good's gonna come out of that if I just keep doing that over and over again. It's the same thing with smoking. Any bad habits, any bad routines that you do continuously over and over and over again, guys, it's gonna come with a consequence. Yeah, you might not see the consequence right then and there, but over time it develops and it develops into a negative habit. It develops into a bad habit, guys. I'm just gonna be honest with you. So I'm a firm believer in whenever you addicted to something, that's something that you need to really like focus on and stop. You know, and we're all addicted to different things. Jay, welcome to the chat. We're all addicted to different things, but today we're talking about specifically about stop smoking, quit smoking right now. All right, you don't have to follow the directions of what you see, what you hear on TV, what you hear in the music. You don't have to follow those directions, right? Especially when you know it's not healthy for you in the long run, right? I don't want to be with no female that just smoking. I don't. First of all, the breath is going to smell sour, right? Second of all, it's going to be costly. To be with that lady that smokes all the time, it's going to be costly because now she's a liability. Not only she's a liability because she's wasting money for that, but it's going to be a liability even more because of her health. Ramona, welcome to the chat. So I don't want to talk to nobody who has an addiction to smoking. All right. Now, when I was smoking, I wasn't thinking about that, so I didn't really care. So when you smoking, you're not really in your best state of just thinking. Period. Right? Have Jesus in your heart. Hey, that's a big key too. Having Jesus in your heart, having God in your heart, having God in your soul is a big way of combating all of those bad routines, all of those negative routines, all those negative habits. You're right. All right. But I didn't want to be with nobody like that. Like, first of all, it's costly, right? Time consuming. And then at the end of the day, you're going to end up bumping heads. Why? Because you don't believe in the same thing. But if you're just in that mindset of smoke, 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 that's the people that's going to surround you. I'm talking about not just women, not just men, if you're a woman, right? It's going to be a whole group of people that does the same thing. When I was smoking weed, right? I ain't even gonna lie. There was a lot of people that I knew that I associated with at the time. They did the same thing, right? They smoked weed, they drank, all that stuff. Now I've never been a big drinker, but I was always smoking weed, and every now and then I would drink a brew. And the people that I was hanging around, they was doing the same thing, right? Birds of a feather flock to flock together. The great Khan, welcome, love, my boy. So I tell everybody to say this, right? Stop smoking, quit smoking right now. It'll be the best thing that's ever happened to you. It's going to be hard, especially if you've been doing it for a long time. I was smoking for over 18 years. So it took me a while. The first thing I quit was cigarettes. All right. That wasn't really, it didn't really, that wasn't hard to quit because At the end of the day, I didn't like the way it smelled. I didn't like the way my hands smelled after it, and I didn't like the way my breath was smelling. Now, I always had mints, I always had mouthwash, little stuff like that, but it's only so much you can do to mask a smell, right? It's only so much you can do to mask a smell, and it's hard to get that smell off of you. Even when you shower, it's hard to get it off of you. So that was the first thing that I quit. And the example of it was this, right? Well, I'm not gonna say the example. There's a story comes behind me quitting smoking cigarettes. And this happened when I was younger. I had to be like 20, had to be like 22 or something like that. Smoking just can, at the end of the day, smoking can kill you. I quit 1 year ago the weed, but I can't quit the cigs. It's hard for me. You definitely can quit, my boy. First of all, first of all, get the can't out your mind. Don't speak that way. All right? Because once you speak that way, you are already killing your chances of stopping. Okay? Everything is mental. Your words are very powerful. So you definitely can. And congrats for the 1 year of weed. It's been 1 year of me quitting weed. Well, 1 year and 4 months. Well, 5 months now. What can smoking do to you? Smoking can harm you. At the end of the day, it can just kill you. All right? And you don't want that. You're letting the devil take over. I don't smoke cigs, but I hit a bowl. Uh, that's still not good though, guys. My thing is, if you want to smoke, well, I ain't gonna say smoke, but if you want the effects, right? I would put it in a tea. I would definitely put it in a tea, or I would put it in maybe some food. I would infuse it in a food. Okay, if you still want those effects, but I don't suggest smoking, and I really don't suggest you even doing that because you want to be in a sharp state mind. You want to be in a sharp mindset. All right, you don't want people to get over on you, and anytime you alter in your mind, you do not have your full thoughts at hand. Okay, but yeah, smoking can definitely harm you. All right, and I'm not saying that you letting the devil take over, but you're not you're not thinking, all right, because you have something altering your mindset, all right? You having something altering your mindset. Now, it's going to be hard to stop, but my suggestion that I know that works because I've been doing it is literally have a schedule, right? Have a schedule, be busy, and find hobbies to do, all right? Oh, nah, appreciate it, Jay. But you definitely can stop. It's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough to quit, but you can do it. All right? You definitely can. At the end of the day, if you have children out here, if you have family that's looking up to you, you don't want to die, guys, because you have cancer, lung cancer. You don't want that. And let's be honest with you, even on the back of the cartons, it lets you know what can happen if you keep smoking, right? Even to pregnant women, right? They tell pregnant women, ASAP, please stop. Don't even, because you can kill the baby. All right. And a large majority of women, even if they were cigarette smokers before the babies, they stop. Some of them keep smoking, but not a lot. It's very rare you'll see a pregnant woman smoking. That's how you know. That's how you know. What if I donate? Hey, you can donate, but I don't think you can do that now. I don't have enough um, watch time for that. All right. So maybe, whenever I'm able to get enough watch time, you can donate. But right now, I don't even think that's an option, my boy. Oh, I try. Okay. That's cool. Like I said, I don't think that's an option, but I do appreciate that. Uh, One thing I can say, another thing that I can say is you want to stay busy. You want to make sure that you have some type of hobby that you are interested in, finding a skill that you want to learn, like a new skill. I can't. Yeah, it's cool, Jay. It's definitely cool. Like I'm not at the watch time hours where they give me that option yet. So YouTube is ran by watch time now. It's not all about subscribers anymore. You gotta have a certain amount of watch time. You gotta have so many eyes on your channel now. So Me personally, I'm taking the slow approach, and I'm going live every single day from this channel, and I've been doing it for almost a month now. This week alone, I'm going to start uploading podcasts every day. I said that to myself, and I'm going to keep my word and stick to it. It's going to be tough because I got so much stuff. All right, beard looks good. Hey, thank you, Muffin Face. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mercedes, welcome to the chat. All right, but yeah, so you definitely want to. Can you say cuss words on here? You can say whatever you want to, Ramona. And the thing is, however you vent is fine, but I'm not doing it, okay? Everything in the head, I believe you. Changing the thought process, the first step. I will try during my Ramadan, the fasted month. I get a chance every year to get rid of bad habits. My boy, go ahead and do that. You definitely can. Because my thing is, if you're living for a purpose, why shorten that purpose with something that's detrimental to your health? Okay? And I'm not saying weed is detrimental to your health as far as that plant, but I know smoking it is nothing positive and nothing healthy about smoking that. So if you still want to become, if you still want to be high, you still want to have that feeling, by all means, do what you got to do. But me, personally, guys, I want to be the sharpest as far as mental wise. And I also want to make sure that I carry out my purpose, just like Jay said. And I want to help people. And the best way for me to help people is to stay sober and to stay sharp in the mind because I want people to see how a grown man looks, a grown man of color looks as well, especially for my other young men out here who's looking for role models. And they can see like you can still have fun and you still can be rich, wealthy, and live the life that you see these other influencers living without doing the smoking, without doing the drinking. I'm not on that level. Like me, um, when people see me in person, I want people to see like, dang, he's a real life superhero, like for real, for real. He can do everything, and he don't smoke or drink. You'll become an amazing self within. Very dope to see. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. So that's my whole purpose, and the whole purpose of this live. I just wanted people to know: stop smoking, quit smoking weed right now. Jay, you have a question? What's good? Go ahead and ask away. What's the question? And if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, subscribe so you can stay notified. Only if you find this information very valuable. Okay? Whatever y'all going on through, whatever y'all are going through, just remember God is always by your side. If he led it to oh snap. If he led you to it, he will lead you through it, lead you out of it. Whatever you're going through, God is with you. What's 10 minutes event? Not to be. All right, so 10 minutes event. So basically, 10 minutes event. That's my podcast, right? And anytime I upload podcasts, and I got over, I think like 37 episodes. I don't know. Maybe it might be 40 episodes. I don't really know, but that's what I do. I upload podcasts, and it's just 10 minutes event, and I just upload different topics, right? That everybody has probably thought about or discussed with somebody. And it's just a way where people will appreciate this platform whenever they might be frustrated with life or something going on and they can just vent. All right. I bring up topics. I talk about topics that everybody can vent about, not to be rude. And that's what 10 minutes to vent about. Yeah, I do music. I definitely do music. And right now, I just do gospel music, but I also make beats and everything. I used to do secular music as far as like hip hop and stuff like that, but I was basically, I was influencing people to do the wrong things, and I didn't want to do that anymore. Like I got tired of that, and there's so much of that out here. So I do gospel music, but I will also do inspirational music, motivational music, and I will also do like advertising music, film music, different subjects. But I'm not doing any type of influential music that's going to influence the masses in a negative way. I'm not talking about smoking no more. I'm not just talking about having sex with women, doing drugs. I'm not talking about none of that anymore. Now, you can go to my page if you're interested. I'll leave a link, right? I still have my old music up there. If you go to all of my DSPs, my digital platforms, I still have my old music up there. I'm not going to delete it because to I want people to see my progression. All right? So I'm not going to delete all the negative music that I've already uploaded. I'm not doing that. All right? But from now on, I said to myself, I still love doing music. I'm just going to be making gospel music, and the gospel music I make is gospel rap, right? And I make songs as well, but I'm not going to be doing anything negative when it comes to the music, okay? Muffin Face, I appreciate that. When do you sleep? I sleep every night, but I ain't gonna lie. One thing I can honestly say, I do sleep late. You're making a difference here. Surely you're delivering a purpose. Appreciate that, the great. Yup. I definitely do music. What about you, Jay? Do you do music as well? And we're gonna stay on subject. Do you love being a Christian? Yes, I love being a believer. I don't really call myself a Christian because I feel like but I am too though. You know, cause I'm a believer. I'm a Christian because I follow Christ, and that's what that is. But I'm a firm believer in God. You know, but I'm not perfect. I'm definitely not perfect. I have a lot of work to do. Like I still use profanity. I don't use it very a lot, but I still use it. You know, I'm not perfect like at all by any means. You know, I'm not. Me and my uncle. Share your email or something. I want to share my music with you. I don't upload it for a reason. I love gospel. Okay, the great, definitely. I do music with my uncle. Okay. How you feel about Diddy? I don't even talk about stuff like that, my boy. I'm not on that right there. But yeah, Ramona, I sleep when I can, when I got all my stuff done. I'm growing and learning to follow God, not a religion. Okay, cool. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, Jay. Ha ha ha. All right, cool, cool. So like I said, everybody has their own opinion when it comes to stuff like that. Yeah, what's the other question? Mute gang, love, everybody. Everybody has their own opinion when it comes to the religious stuff and everything like that. Sweden, you know, everybody has their own opinion. And like I said, it's a non-judgment zone. All I say to people when it comes to whatever you believe in or whatever you are believing in, right? And it's hard for me to say this because I'm one of those influential people, right? You can't just take the words from online sources and just use it, right? Who is QJA? Oh, her name Muffin Face. That's her name. She don't ever want to expose her name, so that's who she is, and she's one of my moderators. Let me see. I'm over the moon. I downloaded all those platforms you followed me on. Okay, cool. He's just stupid. Okay, I don't know about that, Sandra. There is no God without religion. There is no religion without God, in my opinion. Okay. I, honestly, like, I believe that as well. You know, she's your fam or not? Nah, she's not my fam, but I definitely do know her though. But I am one thing I can honestly say, right? I'm looking for more moderators too. So it just all depends on how often you come up on this live platform, and I might hit you with a moderator. It's no set amount of moderators that I can have. I can have as many moderators as I want to. And guys, it's almost time for me to get off here because I've been on here way too long. I've been on for 30 minutes, and I only plan to be on here for about 15 minutes. But when it comes to religion, all right, and I'm going to say this and I'm going to get off, all right. No, moderator. A moderator is somebody who can, um, they can restrict messages, they can block certain people and everything like that. What time zone you in? I'm on. I don't really know. I think maybe Eastern Pacific. I think I'm an Eastern Pacific. Pacific. Yeah, moderator. Yeah. Yep. Eastern Pacific. But I'm gonna say this about religion, and then I'm off. Religion is very serious. Serious. Um, it's been going on for years. Um, and honestly, guys, it's a touchy subject, and we're in the age of misinformation these days. So you have to be very, very careful about what you believe in and what you listen to and what you see. Everything that we see online, everything that we see online, hear through music, through podcasts and stuff, everything that we hear, all of it's not reliable information, right? So it's very important that you do your own due diligent research. That means like going to libraries, reading books, going to different sources, whether it be people, professors, traveling, going to different parts of the world so you can really know for yourself. Because, guys, a lot of the stuff that we hear now, whether it be in a church, whether it be on a nice podcast setting, some of the things that we've been hearing, guys, man, honestly, I'm gonna be 100 with you. A lot of things we've been hearing, especially with this new day information, is not true. It's not true, guys. It's not true. Um, and I'm not talking to one person here. I'm just saying in general. You have to do your research, and this is not just with religion. This with anything that we look at, guys. A lot of people are using this platform as far as not just YouTube, but social media. Period, is to get paid and to get monetized. And as long as we can get your attention, right, for a long enough time, we can get paid. So if I can tell you and reel you in with some BS, right, I'm gonna do it. I don't really know you, okay? I don't really know you. I don't really care for you. So I'm going to do that. So you have to do your due diligent research, okay? And that's with anything. When I was younger, I used to see stuff that sounded good, right? And just because it sounded good and I kind of believed it already, I went with it and used to spread the word. Exactly what I just heard without doing any research. When I started getting older, I realized, like, dang, I was sharing that and none of that information was viable at all. It wasn't reliable and it wasn't true. Okay? So be very careful when it comes to that. Um, and it says it in the Bible in the last and evil days that these days will come. Misinformation, right? Miscommunication, right? People will be false prophets. And the false prophets is the same thing as false information. Will be here telling the people things that they think is true, but it's not true. So you have to be very, very careful. And the only reason why I know this, like both of my parents are scholars. Both of my parents are scholars. They went to school for this. And not only did they go to school, but they did research. My dad, like literally, he's traveled abroad and did a lot of research. You know, he studied all different religions. He used to be a Jehovah Witness. He used to be Mormon. He used to be a Muslim. He used to be Seven Day Adventist. All of these different religions, you know, and he found out that there's a lot of truth. He used to find out. He used to find a lot of truth out with all of these different religions, and at the end of the day, all of these religions come back to the same thing. All right, and that's for you to do your research on. but it's a similarity in all of these religions. All right, it definitely is, guys. We're not gonna get into this context because this is a context and a subject that we could talk about for hours. But what I do want to let you know is you can stop playing. You can stop playing. You can stop smoking and quit smoking right now. Okay. Yes, you find out the truth even more. Definitely similar. Yep. Tune in tomorrow. Cool. So stop smoking, guys. It's not good for you. It's definitely not good for your health. And another thing too, um, clean up yourself. Right? Clean up yourself. Jay, you say you'll tune in tomorrow. Appreciate you. What's that question? Clean up yourself and be the best version of yourself. And that just requires being sober. When you was little, you wasn't smoking, you wasn't drinking, you wasn't doing none of that. You was just having fun as a kid. You can do the same thing as a grown adult. Okay? And it's even better because you're grown. You have a better understanding of life. That's why I always recommend people open a book and literally read. Reading is so crucial, you know, it's so crucial for a person's mind, you know. What's tomorrow's topic? I never know. It just always hits me. All right. I never know. I ponder it all day and it hits me. So I never know. All right. But I appreciate it, guys. Stop smoking. Quit smoking now. It's going to be the best thing that you ever done. If you have any questions or concerns, you need strategies, you need suggestions, never hesitate to leave it in the comment section and I'm going to reply to you ASAP. It's Phil Randolph. And until the next live broadcast, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'm out, guys.